Do you ever notice how quick you are to doubt yourself? How easily you hesitate? It's like almost automatic. You get an idea, you get a spark of motivation, and then boom, that little voice in your head creeps in and starts yapping. What if I fail? Oh my God, what if I look stupid? What if I'm not good enough? And just like that, you stop, you freeze, you take yourself out of it before you even begin. And you do this every single time. You second guess yourself until the moment is gone. You wait until you feel ready, until you have more confidence, until you have more experience, more certainty. But deep down, you know the truth. You know that if you keep waiting, you will be waiting forever. There is no perfect moment. There's no magic feeling that is going to hit you one day suddenly and make everything easy. The only thing that changes is whether or not you decide to move. So what you don't understand is that you weren't born doubting yourself. You weren't born overthinking every little decision. But somewhere along the way, you learn to play small. You learn to silence your own voice. You learn to silence your own heart. And the worst part is that you believe that lie. You believe that you're not ready. You believe that you're not capable. But let me ask you this. What if you're wrong? Because here's the truth. Self-doubt is a habit. It's not a fact. It's not reality. It's just a pattern that you have repeated for so many times that you think it's who you are. But what if the real you is the version that takes action? What if it's the version that doesn't hesitate? The version that doesn't waste years for waiting for permission? Your life is happening right now. And every second you sit in doubt, someone else is out there that is less qualified than you, doing the very thing that you're too afraid to start. So what is it going to be? Another day of waiting? Or is it going to be the moment that you finally take back control? Hi guys, I'm Adriana and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to break free from self-doubt and how to step into the most confident, magnetic, unstoppable version of yourself. The version of yourself that doesn't hesitate, that doesn't overthink, that doesn't wait for permission to take up space. Because here's the thing, self-doubt isn't who you are. It's just a story that you have been telling yourself. And that story, today we are rewriting it. So let's get into it. Well, before we dive into the steps to overcome self-doubt, let's first understand why it happens. Because if you don't know where it's coming from, it's going to keep running your life without you even realizing it. So first things first, let's try to understand self-doubt and why it happens. Self-doubt isn't a proof that you're not good enough. It's proof that your mind has been wired to keep you in your comfort zone. It's your brain's way of protecting you from failure, protecting you from rejection, from uncertainty. But here's the thing with comfort zones. They don't build extraordinary lives. Staying safe might feel good in the moment, but long term, it's the reason why you feel stuck. I mean, how many times have you been on the edge of doing something big, starting that project, applying for that opportunity, putting yourself out there, only for you to hesitate, only for you to second guess yourself and to convince yourself that you are not ready? And then, just like that, you let that moment pass. This isn't any lack of talent. This isn't because you're not capable. It's because it's a cycle. It's a habit of talking yourself out of things before you even try. And the worst part about it is that every time you do it, you reinforce this belief in yourself that you're not enough. You teach yourself that hesitation is the right response to the feeling of ambition. But as I said before, the truth is that no one feels ready before doing something life-changing. No one magically wakes up one day overflowing with confidence. Confidence comes from action, not the other way around. So if you keep waiting to feel ready, you will die waiting. I mean, think about it. How many opportunities have you let slip away because you assumed you weren't qualified? How many times have you chosen the familiar over the unknown, even when you knew deep down that it wasn't what you truly wanted? And the irony is that the people who are out there winning, the people who are out there achieving what you want to achieve, they're not necessarily smarter than you. They're not more talented than you. The only difference is that they move despite the doubt. So let's break this cycle, because self-doubt isn't just a feeling. It's a script that is literally running in your head. And right now, it's your time to rewrite it. So let's stop waiting and start moving. Most people have it completely backward. They think that they need to feel confident before they can take action. They tell themselves, okay, once I feel ready, once I feel motivated, once I feel whatever, then I will start. But that's a complete lie. You don't need confidence to take action. You need to take action to build confidence. Do you think that the people who succeed, the ones who put themselves out there, who seem fearless, who go after what they want, do you think that they don't feel fear? That they're just naturally built different? They're not. The difference is that they move through fear instead of sitting in it. They don't wait for that perfect moment. They don't wait for the doubt to disappear. They take action anyway. And because of that, they grow. They build proof that they can handle the discomfort. They build proof that they can figure things out and that they can trust themselves. And that's the real issue here, trust. You will never trust yourself if you keep breaking your own promises. I mean, think about it. Every time you tell yourself, I will start tomorrow, and you don't, every time you make a commitment and then you back out, every time you let that doubt win, you are teaching yourself that your own words mean nothing, that you can't rely on yourself. And the more you do this, the deeper that belief gets wired into your brain. You're basically teaching yourself that your own words, they mean nothing, that you can't rely on yourself, that you can't rely on your word. And the more you do this, the deeper that belief, it will get wired into your brain. So you basically start to see yourself as someone who never follows through, someone who just isn't disciplined. And over time, that will become your identity. But the good news are the cycle can be broken. And it starts today. It starts right now by deciding that from this moment forward, you are keeping your word. I don't care what you decide that you're gonna do this. Regardless what you decide to say in the future, you're gonna keep your word. Not because you feel like it, not because you're suddenly overflowing with confidence and you're ready, but because you said you would. Because discipline isn't about this flowing feeling of motivation. It's about integrity. It's about proving to yourself that when I say I'm going to do something, I mean it. So no more waiting, no more negotiating with yourself. You move now. And as you do that, confidence is going to follow. Because confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something that you earn with yourself. Confidence is literally having trust in yourself. And how are you going to trust yourself when you don't trust that you're going to follow your own word? So let's go into the point of rewiring your mindset. Listen, your mind is very powerful, but if you let it, it will sabotage you before you even start. So the second you feel yourself hesitate, when that little voice, creeps in and say, maybe later, maybe tomorrow, maybe I should wait until I feel more prepared, you need to override it immediately. The trick is to count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and move. And this is not some motivational little trick to use. It's just a psychological hack. Because when you count down and you take action before your brain has the time to argue, you cut off the spiral of overthinking. You bypass any self-doubt. You don't even let yourself hear it. And you stop yourself from talking your way out of progress. Because the thing is that if you hesitate, your mind will immediately start finding excuses. It will remind you of your past failures. It will convince you that you're not ready, that you're not good enough, that you're not capable. But none of that is real. The only thing that matters is what you do next. And let me tell you something about discomfort. It's honestly a good sign. If you feel uncomfortable, if you feel resistance, it means that you're stepping into the unknown. It means that you are growing. Because growth is never going to be comfortable. It's supposed to feel uncertain. And that's why most people stay stuck, because they mistake discomfort for this sign that, oh, okay, maybe I need to stop. But in reality, it's actually your sign to keep going until you feel that you're getting better at something. Now, you want to know how successful people think? Well, here's the truth. They don't waste time debating whether they're good enough. They don't sit there and they dissect every potential way that they could fail. They decide that they are capable and they move accordingly. They take action before they feel ready, because they know that ready is just an illusion. So every single person you admire, every entrepreneur, every artist, every athlete, every person who has achieved something great, all of them started before they were ready. At some point, they had to step into the unknown without any guarantees, without any certainty, without any confidence. But they did it anyway. And that is exactly what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. So when you feel that hesitation, when you feel that fear creeping in, don't sit in it. Interrupt the pattern, calm down, move, and act before your brain has the chance to hold you back. Because the moment you decide to break free from overthinking, you have already won. So it's time to decide. Because to be honest, this is just a decision. It's not a feeling, it's not a personality trait, it's a decision. You're either going to keep doubting yourself and letting the same old excuses run your life, staying exactly where you are, or you're going to do something different, something uncomfortable, something that actually gets you closer to the life that you say that you want. So which one is it? The biggest mind opener for me was realizing that the best things in my life, they haven't even happened yet. The best version of yourself, you haven't even met them yet. The most exciting opportunities, the most fulfilling relationships, the biggest wins, none of them exist in your current reality yet. And the only reason you haven't seen them is because you keep hesitating, you keep waiting, you keep second guessing yourself instead of just doing the thing. I mean, think about it. How much longer are you going to let that fear decide for your life? How many more moments are you going to let slip by because you were too afraid to take the first step? Just the first step. You can have the life that you want, or you can keep playing small, but you can't have both. And the worst part is that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to swoop in and magically erase your self-doubt. It's your responsibility to move. It's your responsibility to prove to yourself that you're the kind of person who takes action, regardless of whether they feel ready or they don't feel ready. So what is it going to be? Are you going to keep watching from the sidelines, telling yourself, okay, maybe next time, waiting for some magical moment where you feel completely confident and prepared and fearless? Or are you going to take the first step right now before your brain finds another excuse? Because in the end, this is your life, this is your story, and this is your decision. And the choice you make today is going to define who you become tomorrow. So the next time that voice of doubt creeps in, the one that tells you, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if this? What if that? I want you to catch it immediately, and instead of letting it hold you back, I want you to recognize it for what it is. Just noise. Just fear trying to keep you small. You don't need permission. You don't need anyone to validate you. You don't even need to feel ready. The only thing that you need to do is to move. Because the truth is that people who change their own lives, they don't wait for confidence to magically appear. They create it by showing up, by taking the first step, even when it's messy, even when it's not perfect, even when it's terrifying. And if nobody told you this today or ever, let me be the first. You are capable, you are worthy, and you already have everything inside of you to become the person that you want to be. So stop waiting, stop questioning, stop sitting on the sidelines. Your life is happening right now, and the only thing that is left for you to do is to step into it. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and yeah, I appreciate you for being here. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.